Hi, my name's Amanda Fiorio. This video is for Module 3, Block 2, Task 5. Welcome and thank you for joining me for this workplace health and safety meeting. The date today is Friday the 17th of February 2023 and our start time is 10 a.m. In attendance today we have myself, Amanda Fiorio, David Domino, the gym manager, and Vito Torpia as a fitness professional. The main topics that we will discuss today are why our facility requires to manage risk, 3 hazards that have been identified, their control measures, and a review of these, a medical emergency that occurred within the gym, and the results from the stress and fatigue monitoring form. So, to begin with, just a little bit of a rundown on why we are required to manage risk and the legislative and regulatory information. So the Work Health and Safety Act 2011 is a federal legislation designed to supplement the laws from state to state. During the years of 2012 to 2013, Australia saw a process of the harmonisation of workplace health and safety laws. This process saw the Commonwealth introduce a model Workplace Health and Safety Act and a model set of regulations. The Act and regulations were adopted on January 1st, 2012, with only very minor variations by New South Wales and other states. The term PCBU stands for a person conducting a business of undertaking. They have the primary duty of care under the harmonised laws. The term PCBU needs to be taken very broadly, as any person running a business providing fitness services needs to maintain their WHS responsibilities. In addition to acts and regulations, the Australian system relies upon codes of practice to set out more detailed prospective guidance in relation to WH&S and industry standards relating to the delivery of fitness services. In 2018, AusActive released a National Fitness Industry Code of Practice, the first of its kind in Australia. This code is now the new standard of business operation in the contemporary Australian fitness industry. Designed for fitness service operators in the industry, the code offers clear guidance that meets legislative requirements for business operations nationally. In addition to and in conjunction with state and federal legislation and industry codes of practice, each gym or fitness facility will create their own set of policies and procedures to ensure ongoing safety of the gym environment for all the staff and the clients. Improved risk management practices in fitness environments will help people adhere to their exercise programs and achieve their objectives in a safe and effective manner. Better practice can also reduce adverse health outcomes and injuries. Risk should be managed not only because you aim to act dutifully to minimize the occurrence of incidences in your environment, but also because there is a legal requirement to do so. The Work Health and Safety Act requires persons who have a duty to ensure health and safety to manage risks by eliminating or minimizing risks so far as is reasonably practicable. The measures that management take to protect employees generally apply to clients of fitness businesses too. Therefore, managing risk effectively aids in minimizing this. So this brings me to the 3 hazards that I identified within the environment. All the risks were located on the gym floor. So the 3 hazards were torn carpet, which was a risk rating of 12H, no air conditioning, which was 12S, and dumbbells left lying on the floor, which was a risk rating of 12H. These hazards have been brought to your attention as they are risk ratings that can lead to harm or even death if not addressed. The control measures identified have either minimized the risk immediately or have been given an interim fix with a due date of rectification within 1 week. So for hazard 1, the section of the area in the carpet was squared off. A sign was placed on each 4 sides saying area closed. The torn carpet was removed as best as possible, and tape was put on the ends of the carpet that was remained. It was placed on the maintenance register. Management was informed, and obviously moving forward from that, repairs and maintenance will need to attend to properly fix the hazard. The time frame for that is within 1 week. Hazard 2 was the air conditioning. So the immediate fix was to open all the windows, turn on all the industrial fans and inform management, obviously addressing it with the body corp to have that rectified immediately also. Hazard 3 were the dumbbells. So the dumbbells were replaced back onto the shelf safely. Signs were put up to replace the dumbbells to the appropriate place so that it was visible for everybody to see. Fitness trainers were reminded to store the dumbbells in the appropriate storage shelves, and it was added to the next meeting agenda. So that was all immediate also. So these control measures will be reviewed in 1 week's time, as it will give sufficient time to call in trades to address the hazard with the torn carpet. The AC not working is a hazard that needs to be addressed immediately, as it can cause health implications and risk for the people using the facility if there is not enough ventilation or airflow. The dumbbells have been stored appropriately on the storage shelves. However, following through with visible signage, verbal reminders to trainers, and a point on the next staff meeting agenda will be essential to maintain the flow and consistency of reminders to ensure these hazards and the control measures are followed up in the meeting following in 1 week to ensure their implementation. Have you guys got any questions so far?
No.
Okay, great. So there was also a medical emergency that occurred on the 1st of the 10th, 22 at 6 a.m. involving 2 people. One of these people had fainted in the weights room and hit their head on the ground while I was instructing my own client on the gym floor. The next things that followed were what I did to intervene. So I approached the weight room, asked the members to step away. I observed the situation, checking for any possible hazards to myself and others. The scene was safe, so I proceeded to the casualty. I spoke loudly, introducing myself, asked their name and if they were okay. I then sat at the feet of the casualty and gently shook their feet and worked up their legs, gently shaking them, grasping both of their hands and asking them to squeeze my fingers if they could hear me. I then used the COWS acronym. I called for help from a bystander and asked them to call 000. I then performed doctors ABCD and placed the casualty in the recovery position as they were unconscious but breathing. We then remained on the phone with the ambulance officer, monitoring the casualty, and waited for the paramedics to arrive. I then completed an incident report form and forwarded it to the gym manager via email on the 1st of the 10th, 22. This now brings me to my next point of stress and fatigue within the workplace. So I actually took the opportunity to complete the form myself, and you'll be happy to know that I am neither fatigued or stressed. This is, I would have to say, because of the harmonious and herd workplace that is created for us to engage with on a daily basis. My one control measure to continue to ensure I have enough sleep for my body on a personal level, and to continue to manage this a minimum of 8 hours, and maintain my exercise regime and eating healthily. On a professional level, continuing to engage with employees in decision making and or changes that may present, and provide support as these are implemented, as well as maintained as a culture of employees feeling heard and listened to, even if their ideas or feedback may not actually see their eventuation, their suggestions come to fruition. That's all from me. I'll just double check that we've got everything. Do you have any questions or concerns that you may like to address at the closure of this meeting? No? Okay. Thank you. So for the next meeting, which will be scheduled for the 24th of February 23 at 10:30, we'll follow up on the 3 hazard items to ensure that they've been addressed and bring to the table any other concerns or items that need to be spoken about. Thank you for coming. Enjoy your afternoons.
Thank you.